welcome. See, at the moment, the consensus is that the welcome stays. And I know a few people it annoys, but in general, most people seem to think it should stay. And I think a lot of reason for that is there's too much pandering going on in the world nowadays. Even companies are pandering to people. And I think it's good to be yourself, even if people don't like you. I mean, I, for one, am definitely just being myself. And if people don't like that, tough. So with that over with, and I'll still keep it open and see what the consensus is anyway, so it can always change. But what I was thinking about was marriage. Wait, come back. Look, I'm only talking about it, Jesus, come on. So obviously I have a rather large family and I have a lot of nieces. Of course, they're older women now, but they are married and have been married for years, and they've had children and they've grown up, and they seem to have a happy marriage. Seem to, I guess, is the word. But their husbands seem to be relatively happy. Now, of course, these nieces of mine are older women, so they're probably old school females. I kind of noticed one thing in all of them. It started making me think when I was at work on this building site, and after the weekend you go into work Monday and you ask, say, did you have a good weekend, that sort of thing. And all the men there that are married or have a living with a female always told me what they were doing at the weekend. And it always was something for the female. I mean, their whole weekend was filled up with putting up shelves, doing this, and they seemed to be happy about it, but didn't seem to realize it was all for the female, and he had done nothing for himself. So I took a closer look at my niece's marriages and saw what was going on there deeper. And at the weekends, the male was doing things for the female there too. And what it kind of reminded me of is this, is that the marriage, they have their house and wherever they live, and it's sort of like a prison area for the male. He has certain range he can go into around the house and build things and do stuff for the female. And he's allowed out, so it's a sort of a day release prison. But he has to tell her where he's going and how long he's going to be. So sort of I don't know why they just don't put an ankle thing on, And of course, if you have a sense of humor like me, you can see the funny side of it. And I did, because I was watching and seeing what went on, and it was just like a day release sort of prison. And of course, I've been with married men out in the bar drinking, and the wife has phoned the male up because he's been out too long, and she wants to know when he's coming back. It's quite embarrassing. It's like a curfew, really, for him. It's embarrassing to him. And they all do the same thing. Oh, they appear all sort of tough. Oh, I'll be back when I really go, when I want to and all that. But 10 minutes later, off they go. And I kind of understand the reasoning behind that, because if he doesn't, he's going to have to put up with 3 or 4 days of, how it goes. So the more and more I think about the marriage, even the older marriages, it's prison for men. A sort of relaxed prison, but still a prison. I also noticed something else as well, and that the female can be doing stuff and look like she's doing stuff, but when you work out what she's actually done, she hasn't done very much at all. And they can spend the whole weekend doing that. And yet the man does actually produce stuff and get things done. And of course, the prison can just be a prison even if you're not at the house, because a lot of times they have to go somewhere, and it's usually somewhere the female wants to go, but the husband has to go along with her. Obviously, it's all planned, and his whole day, not working, but having to be and go where she wants to go and take her where she wants to go. It's still prison, isn't it? Although you're out and about, I guess the guard comes with you. And we all know that women are very controlling, but they take it to the next level, don't they? And mostly in the marriages that I saw, the female does anything she wants to do, but the male has to almost ask. And one of the main things that I saw is completely strange to me, is that when I have a word about the males, when we go out slightly drinking a bit here and there, I talk about that sort of thing. They have no idea that that's going on. They can't see it at all. They actually think they're doing what they want. Maybe females have this secret thing they make out of plants where they put in the man's food to numb his awareness. And of course, males want to have children or offspring, but at what cost? And if the male has to forfeit his life for the children, then so should the female. Okay, I think I've finished with this video now, so you can go away now. Now, if you want to go away quick, I'll help you. Marriage.